what's up, and welcome to Meditations on Metal. In this episode, we reveal Abraham Lincoln's 5 favorite Metallica songs. My name is Jeremy. I'm a lover of metal music, and this is how I listen to it to be more stoked. It's very important, especially in this day and age, that we stop and remember the great leaders throughout history who actually moved humanity forward and the Metallica songs they loved. Now, I'm sure some of you will be like, dude, didn't Abraham Lincoln exist before Metallica? To which I would answer, dude, nothing existed before Metallica. But you have to remember, the minute their music hit the radio waves, it went up into space and it was no longer stuck in the linear time scale down here in which Led Zeppelin begat Black Sabbath, which begat Judas Priest. I know for a fact that right now there are super beings on distant planets, as well as ancient pharaohs, both pulling up to stop signs with creeping death blasting from their Camaros. Here are Honest Abe's 5 favorite Metallica songs. First of all, Abraham Lincoln's greatest accomplishment was the Emancipation Proclamation, in which he freed the slaves. It took a lot of courage back in that day and age, and I know he did it with repeated application of the Metallica song Motor Breath from the Kill 'Em All album.
Those people who tell you not to take chances, they are all missing out what life's about.
That song reminds you, those who tell you not to take chances, they are all missing out what life's about. It took a big set of wooden balls to free the slaves, and Motor Breath from Metallica was the speed metal jockstrap supporting Mary Todd's favorite marbles. Master of Puppets itself from the Master of Puppets album. Now that song is about being a slave or a puppet or an addict. It's actually about addiction, and you can say that the Southerners were addicted to the cheap labor of slavery. And I know for a fact Lincoln rocked to Master of Puppets day and night to remind him that he was doing the Southerners a favor by forcing change out of their misguided ways. Song 3 is Through the Never off the Black album. A lot of people may not know, but Abraham Lincoln actually suffered from depression. And like a lot of metalheads, he chased the blahs away with Through the Never from Metallica. This song applies metaphysics to metal, essentially reminding the metalhead in chief that it's all just a grand illusion anyway. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear Through the Never played behind the Gettysburg Address. Even a president occasionally needs to rock to a Metallica tune that essentially says, I can't be depressed because it's all bullshit anyway, and then slam the door to your log cabin. Song 4 is actually one Metallica wrote just for Lincoln. Bleeding Me off the Load album. No, the song is not about that night in the theater. Bleeding Me is a song about self-mastery. Lincoln began hella poor from Kentucky with no connections or dental plan. You know he rocked Bleeding Me to remind himself that he wasn't just another gangly redneck. He was a gangly redneck who moved the world forward 500 years thanks to Metallica's Bleeding Me. The final song on Abe Lincoln's Metallica mixtape is Whiplash. One of their best and an anthem if Metallica has one. We'll never stop, we'll never quit, cause we're Metallica. This song has immense meditational value. It is the mantra of perseverance for all metalheads, and I know Lincoln listened to it to find the power to defeat Robert E. Lee, who, by the way, is the glam metal of Civil War leaders. I, for one, am very thankful that Metallica wrote these songs to inspire Abraham Lincoln. Next week, we'll look at Vladimir Putin's favorite band, Poison. Thank you again for joining me on this episode. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Facebook, meditationsonmetal.com, jeremygreenberg.com, and above all, remember, I love you. Keep meditating to metal.